Do you know if Shilonen is... Oh, you're up. I figured you'd be taking a nap at this hour.
Oh, yeah, perfect. First Mawika, now Chaska. Did you come all this way just to make fun of me?
Whoa, what a mess! You, looking for something?
Well, I have those secret source automatons to thank for all this. Mawika wants me to come up with a solution. It's like she thinks I'm a miracle worker or something. But I'm not, so to make up for the difference, I've been spending all day sifting through documentation. Anyway, what about you guys, huh? What curveball have you come to throw at me today?
Well,
Hold up. Is she a robot?
We picked her up on the beach near the Flower Feather clan, along with this cryptex. Seems like a message intended for the traveler.
A cryptex? Huh. Still in one piece. I'm surprised you didn't try to blast it open. Let's see here. A Fontanian cipher disk, metal case from Liyue. Looks like this was cobbled together from spare parts, although the inner workings are pretty intricately designed. It's a good thing you didn't try and brute force it. Could be a tricky one. Since it uses a combination of several different technologies, I could find out more by disassembling it, but that could potentially damage the contents. I'm assuming it's not worth the risk, right? Must be a pretty important message if this is how they chose to transport it.
The only other option is to get our messenger to tell us the code.
Well, the device in her chest looks pretty similar to the core you'd find on a secret source automaton, but the other components, I've never seen anything like them in Natlan before. I'll see what I can do. Hang tight for a minute.
Come home! Hey, she woke up!
All I did was stimulate the core. I did not expect that to work.
What?
Wow. You recognize us?
Task in progress. Deliver message to Traveler and White Flying Companion. Message location confirmed. Status delivered.
You're pretty smart for a robot. Can you tell us the code for the message?
Code?
Oh, maybe not so smart.
Memory. Missing.
What?
Yeah, there's always a snag. Is there anything else you do remember? Besides these two?
Name.
Oh, not again.
You said something about returning home earlier.
Return home. Memory. Missing.
Not necessarily. Judging by her reaction, it's
Yeah, but what does that mean?
It means she hasn't lost her memories. They're in there when you know something, but the harder you try to remember it, the more it gives you a headache. Is that what's going on?
Finding near synonyms for headache. Cognition
Robots can feel pain, too?
Well, pain can be a useful parameter. Experiencing pain is how in a similar vein, I've heard that a lot of highly autonomous machines are designed with negative feedback mechanisms for behavioral regulation.
Whoa, slow down.
Okay, well, if I call it a curse, is that easier to understand? Imagine if you're a big shot shaman from the Masters of the Night Wind and you send your disciple on an errand to the Flower Feather clan. To stop him from treating it like a vacation, you might put a curse on him that causes a physical and mental breakdown if he strays from the right path. That way, you can be sure he'll stick to the straight and narrow and won't go frolicking off.
Jeez. Sounds like the horror story version of Granny Eatsley that parents tell their kids about.
The point is, manufacturers often hardwire restrictions like this into autonomous machines to make sure they operate as intended.
Yeah, but why would you curse a machine to lose their memories? What purpose could that possibly serve? In her case, all it's done is make it harder for her to complete her tasks.
Task. Failed. Sincere apologies.
Well, without knowing the exact details of the curse, it's anyone's guess. It seems you
Sure. I'm all right. I have assessed the pain level as tolerable. I must complete my task.
Hey, Traveler, have you ever seen a humanoid machine like this? Anywhere else you've been? Ah, of course. Yeah.
Fontaine. They make good pastries there.
Hey! That triggered something! Hey! Never mind that. So, is Fontaine your home?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's one.
You mean her hairpiece?
Mondstadt. The maids there are very hardworking.
That's it! A maid! Although,
A maid. Okay, that would explain a lot of the...
No.
how come she responds so much faster when the answer is no?
Not Lenny's core, Fontanian joints, Mondstadt hairpiece. She's just like the cryptex in that sense. A mishmash.
In that case, where exactly is home to you?
Home is...
Okay.
If her cognition is impaired, maybe her body is the place. Do you remember this little robot? Apparently, you were together when they found you on the beach.
Oh,
Nice. So you remember how to switch it on. Now...
is this... a broom?
Wait! She...
Wow, very good indeed.
Are you...
Well, if she's a robo-maid, maybe doing some household chores will jog her memory.
Hey, come on! The poor thing...
Understood. Commencing task. Sorting large objects.
She's...
Cleaning floor.
Installation chamber deployed. Defensive mode engaged. Installation chamber deployed.
Sorting small objects. Outlander Brigade. When the wind of...
Wait, isn't that a light novel that Seat Lolly left here?
The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilly churl is that I only need to eat sunsettias to become stronger.
Maybe I should keep a closer eye on what Napika's reading.
Introduction of ancient machines. Grammatically elegant and rhetorical.
What in the world? That is... She's finally done. Huh? Is that a woven scroll down there?
Understood. Cleaning woven scroll.
Wow. It's like it's brand new.
Oh, a relative? No. That's Ishkik, ancient name Baraka, founder of the Children of Echoes and one of the 6 heroes.
Wait, Baraka?
Yep, she was the first recorded bearer of that name. She and her friends went on a mission to defeat the Pyro Dragon. She dismantled many ancient machines built by Dragonkind, but most of her research was lost to history. It's
What happened? Useful stuff like that normally doesn't just get forgotten.
Ochkon happened. An old friend of the 6 who ended up ruling Natland shortly after the war and went full tyrant. He despised everything to do with Dragonkind and persecuted everyone who showed any kind of sympathies toward their civilization. He even turned on Ishkik, one of his closest allies. Ultimately, she took her own life, bringing a once amicable friendship to a tragic end.
Ishkik burned her workshop to the ground to make sure Ochkon couldn't get her hands on it.
That's right. One of her friends managed to preserve a small amount of her work. The other person you see on that woven scroll, it was said that she was raised by a dragon mother, then went on to found the Flower Feather clan. The uncrowned Queen Bianca.
Malfunction. This is not the way. This is not where you belong. Malfunction who betrayed us all. You dare seek a place to belong?
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Stay back!
If she's a robo-maid, what? Ah! What's that sound? A lightning strike? It's gotta be a lightning strike. Help!
If there was a lightning storm, Aoife mentioned that you'd brought a humanoid machine to the Children of Echoes. I'm working a job. Humanoid machine. Looks like a maid.
Wait! Kanich! Just hold on for
A group of merchants tasked me with locating their missing travel companion.
Huh?
What did you think I was about to do? Not every job I take on is a hunt, you know.
All right. I'm sorry. Let's go meet these merchants then.
Neffa?
Ineffa!
My apologies.
Oh no, your memory's gone again? Even your name this time?
Again?
Liua, Fontaine, Sumeru. This is quite.
So, are you her manufacturers or family?
No way. None of us have that kind of skill. She's Aino's handiwork.
I know?
From now on, your name's Ineffa. Promise me. Remember, you have to come home.
Malfunction.
Ineffa,
Looks like she.
can you guys tell us what all this is about?
So sorry. I should have introduced myself. My name's Joachine, and I'm a merchant. This is.
Nod-krai?
Wouldn't have been my first guess.
That's the thing about nod-krai. It kind of brings together the drifters from all over the world.
Yeah, we're all merchants who ended up finding our feet in Nasha Town. nod-krai. It was going okay until all the trouble started.
Trouble?
The Fatui. They came down from the north. They made some big moves in nod-krai lately. It's caused quite a bit of friction with the local religious groups.
That's one way to put it. You know what I heard? They pulled the whole moon down.
That, plus the incident with the moon statues? Surely the Frost Moon Scions aren't going to take all this lying down.
Anyway, there us regular folks were just trying to make a steady living while getting increasingly worried that it's gonna turn ugly. In the end, we figured heading back to our respective homes is probably the best thing for now. So we decided to make the journey together.
And me?
Your case is, a little different. But you did come here on the same boat as us.
And it was smooth sailing. Until we got attacked by those weird machines as we were coming into shore.
Weird machines? Ineffa saved us all.
Really?
As soon as we'd found another place to dock, we looked.
Hence why our price negotiation went so smoothly. However, and Shalonen is the one who woke her up.
Oh, please. I barely did anything. All credit to Ineffa. She only woke up because of her core is remarkably resilient. It's a rare find.
Oh! If so, then we just need to get...
I'm afraid that's not gonna work. The core is most likely just something Aino picked up on one of her scavenger hunts. And as for the memory thing, Ineffa's whole reason for joining us on her...
Please, explain.
All right. Although I've lost count of how many times we've been through this, and I'm only telling you what you originally told me. Although Aino built you, she never could figure out where your core came from or how things were fine at the start. You'd occasionally forget to pay for your groceries or add salt until one day you were sweeping the floor and suddenly... The worst part of that was, Ineffa had completely forgotten. Aino was fine, of course, didn't bat an eyelid. But since then, Ineffa has been searching for a way to try and repair. Anyway, a bunch of mechanical parts from Natlan showed up in nod-krai recently. Then you learned that a group of us were planning to return home, stopping off in Natlan on the way.
No.
Has her memory loss always been this serious?
No. When we first set off, she'd have the occasional memory lapse. But I seriously doubt Ino would have let her come on this trip if it had been that bad.
She was already in a pretty bad state by the time she went to fend off those machine things. My friends, I know we've only just arrived in Natlan, but from what I've heard...
Perhaps.
Well, it's too early to say. And don't forget that before I was interrupted...
My job isn't done yet either.
So, why don't you all stick around? Your ship got attacked. And since then, you've been scrambling to try and find your missing crew member.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
How about the Flower Feather Clan?
Flower Feather Clan.
In the meantime, we'll try to find whatever information we can about Anefa. After all, she has a message for our Tumaini.
Oh, yeah! Paimon had practically forgotten all about that. You guys don't happen to know the code.
Oh, the code for the cryptex.
You gotta wonder what sort of a person sends a...
To be fair, they couldn't have known things would get this bad.
Also, Anefa told me she had a backup... A backup plan?
Backup plan. Memory missing.
Well, as long as...
Oh, yeah, okay, because it's that simple.
Wait, I do. I also know that every time you say that, you end up getting the job done.
I'm gonna get in touch with some other people who might be able to help us.
Bye, Kanich! Oh, and... Bye, a How. Actually, that's weird. Why is a How so quiet today?
You're being very strange today. That's the strange part. You haven't protested to anything I've done today. Not the original price for...
That's because I... Is something wrong with my memory? Or is that really who I think it is? Who cares? She isn't my problem. The last few days really flew by. Do you think Anefa and the merchants are enjoying their stay at the Flower Feather Clan? Let's go see how they're doing.
Rise with the sun! I got him cornered. Two can play at that game.
Do you think Anefa will See?
Are you sure? Because when I asked it who's the better hero...
Hey, you hear that?
That's the answer it gave when I asked who'd win in a fight between...
You guys, it's just making random beeps. Whoa! Is that Tumaini and the flying, beep beep? Yes, it's us.
Probably out mopping up those mad machines as usual.
Wait, all by herself?
Anefa said that since she lost her memories, her cognition module...
Huh. So,
look, she's awesome. I saw her carrying a whole pot. All the grown-ups say that they feel much safer. We've tried giving her flowers and feathers, but it seemed like she didn't like them very much.
Uh-huh. So that... Yeah, we still don't know if she'll like it, though. It's okay, Arieta. But what if she doesn't? This might be my... Well, now that all of my mom and dad's other friends from nod-krai have left to go home, it's just us left. And they said today, it's our turn to go home, too. Already? What? Dad says everyone back home is expecting us, and he doesn't want us to overstay our welcome here. He thought we should at least make sure Anefa wasn't getting any worse first. To be honest, I can kinda understand. No wonder. No, she's from nod-krai. He's been there the whole time I was growing up, so he hasn't...
Don't worry, you bet.
Yeah, so don't worry too much about the flower. Although, I guess we still need...
Who knows? Can't we go take it to her?
What am I gonna do? If she doesn't get back soon, I might run. Oh, really?
Okay.
Let's ride!
Threat eliminated. Traveler, Paimon. Annihilation mode disengaged.
Chat mode, huh? Huh. You'd probably get along well with a Fontanian magician friend of ours. She does modes instead of moods, too.
Good morning. Nice to see you again. What love?
Hey! Don't use...
These are some standard greetings I learned recently. 3 greetings in a row equals thrice the greetment. Hypothetically...
Where did you get greetment from?
Yes. My cognition and language modules are recovering well. I can now sustain fluid conversation, but I have still been unable to retrieve the memory containing the code to the cryptex. I will keep trying. Sincere apologies. Yes, now that a convenient moment to change the topic has presented itself. What is that object? Flower. Flowers are plant reproductive organs. Understood. A flower-shaped machine component.
It doesn't have a function.
Cute little souvenir. But if it serves, a cryptex is for sending messages. Machines are for performing tasks. What about this flower? What is it for? Gratitude?
Yeah. If someone helps you out, you help them back. And if someone gives you a...
The flower Feather Clan took me in, so
Yes, exactly.
But is this not tit for tat?
No, that's completely different.
I will. Gratitude.
In terms of its purpose...
Memento? Important memento.
Here, wear this flower. And this feather, too. There. Much better. Gotta look your best for your big journey. It's just a flower. It's not that heavy. Just think that's right, a souvenir. Even if you end up forgetting everything, this flower will always keep blooming. It could take 1,000 times, maybe 2,000, but maybe one day, you'll see the flower bloom, and suddenly, you'll remember the reason for your journey. No, everyone's on their own path, and they have to walk it alone. Just as your journey is yours, and besides, I have no plan to go to war against him. We both owe each other far more than our mere lives. If either of us actually wanted to claim on that debt, all they'd have to do is ask. If anything, I pity him. In a way, his situation's not so different from yours. But in his case, it's turned him into something neither human nor dragon. The more he chases the sun, the more it blinds him to the creatures who live by its light. You were once, well, she was once the enemy of humankind. And Ochkan doesn't care to distinguish between you and her like Ishkik and I do. He sees you as the same being. So if you stay behind, and especially if you help me, it'll only stoke the flames of his blind hatred even further. Come on, you have bigger things to worry about than me right now. You have a huge journey ahead of you. That should be your focus. Have faith. This tribe will kneel to no one. They will never be slaves. If they lose their leader, someone else will take up the mantle. Heck, even a child who's barely learned how to walk could do it. All right, time to go. Some things are destined to be forgotten. Don't let it get to you. Cross the ocean. Find a new place to belong.
Malfunction who betrayed us all.
You dare seek a place to belong?
Inefa? Inefa, what's wrong?
I was... Sincere apologies. My cognition module cracked.
Is it because you've been fighting for too long?
Back?
Yeah, of course. Everything else aside,
Yes. The closer I am to the Flower Feather clan, the more erratic my cognition module becomes. Occasionally, unidentified data surfaces from my memory banks.
memory data? So, what about that curse?
It does. Even now, it still hurts. I have merely switched off the corresponding facial expressions to avoid making other people uncomfortable. But if I do not recall my memories, I cannot complete my task.
So, is this...
When memory data surfaces, there is a high probability that my cognition module will crash.
Yeah, exactly! Whatever happens, we'll make sure things don't get out of hand.
Assessing relative combat capability. Paimon, approximately 1/5.
1/5?
Traveler. Risk mitigated. Strategy accepted.
I can't thank you enough for hosting us these past few days.
It's all right. She'll be in good hands.
She never came back.
Hey now, you'll see her again. And we have so much to look...
Arieta. Amu. Joashin.
Huh? Inefa? Don't...
Also. What does it feel like?
That's a strange Oh, and we forgot to say, we're actually heading there ourselves.
Nod-krai. Is that home?
Huh?
Cognition module unable to define home. All the memory data that has presented itself recently has been related to Natlan. But the merchants tell me that I have family waiting for me in nod-krai. If I do recover my memories, which time period will they be from? And will the post-recovery me be the same me that I am now, or someone different?
Phew. That's a deep question.
What is it that you're afraid of? Are you worried the new you will be so different?
Finding near synonyms for mind and conflict. Cognition module. Split. Yes. Once I have...
Now that's a tough question. But if you want my opinion, home is, no matter how far you fly, there will always be someone back there waiting. I guess you could say it's somewhere you... Wherever it is that your memories guide you back. Of course, everyone's situation is different. And I don't know how applicable my experience is in your case, but consider it a reference point, I guess.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, I mean, who's... Someone's looking for us. Oh, don't be afraid to recover your memories.
Got it.
Recover your memories. Malfunction. Have you forgotten why you cast them away to begin with?
Oh, it's Lolly. Didn't think it'd be you.
Why? Don't you think I'd want to do my part to help the traveler? And anyway...
Ancient history. Wow. Even by Lolly standards?
If you think I didn't hear that, you're sorely mistaken. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. I don't know if you noticed, but Kenichi's little sidekick has been acting a little strange around Inefa. After you parted ways, Kenich put him in timeout for 3 whole days and nights. Then he had Aoife send Kakuku to torment him for another night. Finally, Ahau got so infuriated with Kakuku's pestering that he lost his cool and let slip a crucial piece of information. 2 words: Sovereign ruler.
Sovereign ruler? So what? Isn't that just how he introduces himself?
It is, and I always assumed it was a load of hot air. But apparently not. Turns out the title refers to the 13 dragon lords who ruled Natlan in ancient times. Wait, really? Ahem. Anyway, the 13 sovereign rulers are not ordinary dragons, but forms of artificial intelligence created by the Pyro Dragon using secret source technology. They had superior intelligence and greater authority than even the ancient dragons themselves. Each ruled over a portion of Natlan's territory. But one by one, they disappeared during the war with the heroes. Even most of their names are unknown now, long since buried in the sands of time. If we hadn't managed to pry that tidbit out of Ahau's mouth, I would have had no idea where to even start.
I always thought that little monster's biggest claim to fame was arguing with Kakuku for an entire day. He has quite a history then, huh? Which of the 13 was he?
Not a clue. So far, he has staunchly refused to reveal which of the sovereign rulers he was. My guess is that he doesn't even remember. Remember, these rulers were supposed to be powerful forms of artificial intelligence. And Ahau, well, it hardly seems like he's still in his prime. I'll bet he's lost most of his memories and power by now.
Lost.
Yet, despite that, Ahau seemed to sense the presence of a fellow sovereign ruler when you were nearby. Specifically, it's the core in your chest he was reacting to.
What?
Could be. Kanich and Aoife have been keeping a close watch on Ahau.
Darn!
Not completely. There's also Lianka and the Flower Feather clan, both of which have triggered a response from Inefa so far. And as it happens, out of the sovereign rulers that I was able to dig up information on, there was one who had a very close relationship with Lianka. Her name was the Priestess of Floral Candles and Skyborn Feathers, otherwise known as the Eighth Lord. She ruled over what is now the Flower Feather clan's territory. The records claim that she didn't die in the war with humanity, but was executed by her own kind. Her crime being betrayal of dragonkind by secretly raising a human. Lianka.
Huh? Shaska.
Some of it. Our tribe's origin story has Lianka being raised by a dragon. And of the 6 heroes, she had the closest relationship with dragonkind. After raising her, her surrogate mother then encouraged her to leave the nest and seek her own path. She traveled far and wide, settling disputes between humans and saurians. She didn't pick sides based on past grievances between humanity and dragonkind. She stood up for the weak, protecting them from those more powerful who sought to exploit them. Gradually, a community of like-minded people and saurians gathered around her, united by their desire for freedom and equality. And that was how the Flower Feather clan began. But that's as much as the legends say. They never mentioned her dragon mother's name, or what became of her in the end.
Oh, sorry. My cognition, you mentioned that the Priestess of Floral Candles and Skyborn Feathers was executed. Might I ask how?
Unfortunately, the humans of that time weren't privy to all the details of dragon affairs. The only records we have are vague references from after the fact. It's very possible that this is mere speculation or complete fabrication, so don't give too much weight to it. But for what it's worth, it's said that a curse was placed on the priestess by one of the other rulers. If she truly harbors pro-human sentiment, then for every ounce of goodwill she feels, may her mind be flooded with pain of immeasurable proportions. In the savage conflict and chaos that followed, the priestess's mind was ultimately destroyed.
Jeez, what a bizarre method of execution. Definitely sounds like the history writers used some artistic license there.
I'm fine. This didn't seem to trigger any...
Interesting. Well, it's hard to say what, if any. I brought some woven scrolls with me that might be useful. Have a... Don't say anything. In a moment, I'm going... It's just a little spell based on our prior experience. I'll explain everything shortly when you catch up with me. Well, I need to get going now. If I find out anything more, I'll keep you updated.
Gratitude. Goodbye.
Bye, Sweet Lolly.
Now's your chance. Slip away quietly while they've got their heads buried in those woven scrolls. Meet me at the other side of the settlement.
Let's ride!
Hello, traveler. Well, see, Lolly hasn't told you everything. There's another sovereign ruler that Inefa might be connected to, not just the one from the Flower Feather clan.
All trace of this other sovereign ruler was lost after the war. The records claim that in their final battle, they fought against Ishkik and Lianka.
It was, my idea. I suggested we bring up the Dragon Mother first and see how Inefa responds. And, well, see, Lolly has debriefed me on how it went. Apparently, she barely reacted, despite a very strong reaction to the name Lianka. And to me, that says we need to tread very carefully when probing her about the 11th Lord.
She's the one who went missing after the war. Said to be the proudest of all the sovereign rulers. And the most hostile towards humanity. When the Pyro Dragon fell, she couldn't accept that dragonkind had been defeated. She sank into despair and insanity, but the rest is lost to history.
Remember, though, in essence, these sovereign rulers weren't physical entities, but pure intelligence, built with secret source technology. I mean, who knows what happens when a manufactured mind goes mad? Maybe she lost her power and memories. Maybe she split into different personalities.
The point is, if Inefa really does originate from the 11th Lord, then we need to...
What? Have her taken out? Because of some baseless speculation? How would that be any different from what they did to Lianka's mother?
Chaska, what?
Anyone with a brain could see you were up to something, but...
Okay, you got us. Actually, we never intended to cut you out of this. It's just that, see, Lolly's spell only works on the Traveler. But Chaska, I'm telling you, we have, ever since Inefa set sail for Natlan, the secret source automatons have been getting increasingly... Inefa could well be the 11th Lord herself. And if so, then the moment she recovers her memory, all of us, all of humanity, will instantly become her enemy.
I've been keeping an eye on movements at the Flower Feather clan. Whatever she was in the past...
Even if the past and future Inefa...
If you're suggesting that there's a volatile force within her, threatening to rise up and take over at any given moment, that makes two of us. But no one ever gave up on me. Not Mama Bird, not Koichi, not my dad. So what right do I have to give up on her if Lianka was here? Besides, even if the 11th Lord rises again and declares all of us her enemy, the solution is simple. We defeat her.
Fine.
Look, I get it. You're only acting like the villain here to make us realize how serious the situation is. You know how I know that? Because when I was a kid, they brought me to you for treatment, and you didn't give up on me either.
Yeah, well, playing the villain is a force of habit for old Granny by this point. Just know you've been warned, all right? Watch out for... Hey, the spell hasn't worn off yet, you know. Anyway, now that we're all caught up, you should get back on Inefa watch.
Help! Someone! Oh!
Paimon!
Oh, right, Inefa. Something weird happened. She got halfway through those...
Did something trigger a new memory?
No idea. But it must be something important, because she sure looked like she was in a hurry. Also, she said...
Okay, Chaska, you're our eye in the sky. Find out where she's gone. We'll inform everyone.
Roger that.
Wait, don't you want to discuss this first? Hey!
Take me up!
Slow down! Paimon's gonna fuse!
acquired. Activating a night.
Whoa, are these all secret source automatons? Okay.
Reinforcements have arrived. Traveler, Paimon, Chaska. Gratitude.
Not now. Save it for later. Pleasure to exist. Step aside. On my mark.
Locked on.
Threat eliminated. Annihilation mode disengaged.
Boss, what do we do now? We've tried the same thing several times now, and it is.
Well, well. An ancient relic from Natlan's dragon civilization. If you want to play with fire, then be my guest. But there is an unpredictable variable you need to watch out for.
Let's fall back. This isn't worth the risk.
Hamu, Hadieta, are you?
I'm fine.
I'll be okay.
Why would they do this?
Look,
Wait, how did Annette?
Yes, I heard the secret source automatons talking. Even now.
Really?
Hypothesis. Language module requires. Finished. Please try again.
whoa, that was quick.
I have seen them many times.
More random memory data, I guess.
Wow!
Hey, what do you think you're playing at? Why did you attack us?
We're under the Fatui's control. They made us attack you.
How is that possible? The captain's soldiers
The Fatui invaded my...
Why's it get...
Hypothesis. Distance to signal source increasing, transmission compromised. Combining these words with the Fatui invaded my territory, so the automatons went haywire.
Oh. So all...
They stole my privileges and took control of the atomic...
They stole my privileges and took control of the automatons.
No.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn detected nearby. Now sending request for Mirror of the Dawning Morn to restore my privileges.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn detected nearby. Now sending request for Mirror of the Dawning Morn to restore my privileges.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn?
Hypothesis. This appears to refer to me, or more specifically to my core.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn, please come with me and return the core.
I think she wants me to go with her to return.
Wait! You mean...
Yes. Before the translation began, she referred to me by a different name, 11th Lord.
What? So...
Hold on. This automaton just attacked us moment. You say Anefa is the 11th Lord.
Return to the 8th Lord's territory, and you can restore all of your memory data.
Inefa!
She said, return to the 8th Lord's territory, and I can restore all of my memory data.
8th Lord? The Yunka's mother's territory? What does the 11th Lord have to do with that?
You were split, then exiled, and finally reborn.
This is getting weird.
Excessive signal interference. Unable to translate, the signal should improve as we get closer to her territory.
Wait, you should think this through carefully. I may know a thing or two about the Fatui regiment that entered Natlan recently. They're kind of a special ops team. Definitely not your average soldiers.
Oh?
They've been showing up everywhere, hungrily searching for secret knowledge about all kinds of ancient civilizations. The leader of this regiment is a harbinger based in Nod-krai, known as Marionette.
Marionette? How exactly do you know all this?
I, heard bits and pieces at the market in Nashatown, but I figured they were just rumors. Didn't realize it was true.
Is that right?
I'm sorry. I was so preoccupied with getting ready for the journey.
So these Fatui are soldiers, huh?
Anefa, of course. But still, maybe you...
You're right. First things first. Amu's injured. We should take her back to the tribe and... Look, I know the news about the Eighth Lord and Marionette is...
Understood. Destination canceled. Yes. New
Traveler, Anefa, could you check that the coast is clear?
Understood. Commencing task.
Arieta, I need you to go keep Mom company while the doctor takes a look at her. Dad...
You're not coming back with...
Dad's gotta pack up the luggage and make sure all our goods are safe. Don't worry. Dad will be back very soon. I'm sorry, girls. I promise it's going to be okay.
I'll get help as quickly as I can.
Huh? Why'd it stop moving?
Leroy, his portrait is hung up at the Fatui stronghold.
You're saying Zhuo Xin might be a Fatui spy? But should we really leave Anefa here too? Not that I don't trust her, it's just... You're not wrong. We need all the intel we can get on Marionette and the Fatui. Still, even with your abilities, be sure to stay on your guard. And not just because of the Fatui and the 11th Lord. It's that automaton, too. Why the sudden request for assistance from the 8th Lord's territory? Are we supposed to believe that Lianka's mother survived?
Hey! Chaska! Amu's ready to go!
That's my cue. I'll be back with the others as soon as I've gotten Amu and Arieta to safety. If you have to leave the area for any reason, be sure to leave a trail.
He's on the move. Huh. So much for... Should we tail him? He won't know he's being followed. This could be our...
Shall we follow him? Got it. Stealth mode activated.
Would it not be even stealthier to just not say that out loud? Dig a random tunnel in the middle of nowhere. Unless it's the entrance to one of the Sovereign Ruler's territories.
The territory was sealed by Lianka. This was once one of the secondary access tunnels.
Hey, that was pretty clear this time. What's changed?
Getting closer. Increased activity in language module. Lianka sealed the territory to stop...
Huh? You're breaking up again! Oh, looks like the signal's still pretty choppy.
Lianka sealed the territory to stop Ochkan finding it. Later, the Fatui found a weak point and broke in.
Sounds like those Fatui have made this their stronghold. Well, this is probably a good point to stop and wait for reinforcements. What do you think? Anefa? Oh no! What's she doing? She's charged!
Wait.
Traveler, are we going after her?
Wait.
All right then. But let's be careful.
I see slightly more than
Ah! There she is! Inefa! Wait for us!
Huh? Where is this?
Yeah. Did you...
Cognition module unstable. Attempting to refresh. It appears that it was accessed by an external source.
Sorry, it was me. I summoned her by similar means to those used by the Fatui to control the automatons. Currently, I am but a lowly service bot. But in the distant past, I was known by another name. The 8th Sovereign Ruler. The priestess of floral candles and skyborn feathers.
The 8th Lord? You're Lianka's dragon mother? But weren't you,
8th Lord. Were you not executed?
Moments after I was cursed, Lianka rescued me. Just as she tried to rescue you from the ruins of the battle.
Lianka rescued me? Memory. Missing.
Yes, Lianka changed your memory settings to make you forget. But she did it to protect you. It is the only way our kind could escape from the curse.
How does forgetting everything protect me?
Because the curse placed on us is a pain triggered by certain memories, hardwired into the depths of our minds. A regulatory program that cannot be removed.
Manufacturers often hardwire restrictions like this into autonomous machines to make sure they operate as intended.
Each time you yearn for a new place to belong, each time you feel yourself turning your back on the past, the pain tears you apart, doesn't it?
If she truly harbors pro-human sentiment, then
it destroys your mind.
Malfunction who betrayed us all. You dare seek a place to belong?
That's why forgetting everything grants temporary relief from the pain. It stops your mind from being crushed by the weight of the conflict within. But since you are rebooted, you began storing new memories and started finding the desire to belong emerge once more.
Things were fine at the start. You'd occasionally forget to pay for your groceries or add salt to a dish you were cooking. But that was as bad as it got.
From now on, your name's Inefa.
So too has the Exile's curse resurfaced, forcing you to forget all over again.
This is a lot to process.
Oh no. Automated defense system activated. Privileges overridden. Come quick. Stop the Fatui.
It's gone silent.
It must want us to go further in, right? Well, looks like there's no going back now anyway.
This is just a secondary access tunnel. If we make it to the center, there should be other routes out of the territory. Please come with me. It is my fault that you're trapped here. I must ensure your safe return.
Oh, don't look at it like that. We gotta make sure...
Yes, I too must...
Do you really trust her, Lianka? This malfunctioning part of a sovereign ruler's mind. I trust not in her, but in the path that I have chosen. I believe that every conscious being, whatever its origins may be, has the right to freedom.
Another barrier! Just like the one back at the entrance. Careful! Don't touch it!
The curse will bring you pain, and your memories will crush you. It's the same fate they subjected my mother to.
But with this core, you will forget everything for a while. Any memories that evoke a desire to belong.
Another barrier! Just like the one back at the entrance. Careful! Don't touch it!
The curse will bring you pain, and your memories will crush you. It's the same fate they subjected my mother to.
But with this core, you will forget everything for a while. Any memories that evoke a desire to belong, and all your pain along with it. They'll be...
You doing okay, Inefa?
I know. Unidentified data is flooding my cognition module. But every memory encounters an error and then terminates at the crucial moment. Unnecessary. Being physically motionless will not cause this erratic behavior to cease. And if we explore this place further, perhaps I'll find a way to fully repair myself. Additionally, some of these memories may yield useful data for our exploration. Over there! We can use the access module to proceed to the central zone.
Detected. 3 unregistered individuals. 1 registered individual.
Is that the 8th Lord talking?
No, this is just an ordinary service bot responsible for access management.
Now calling access module. Welcome back, Administrator 3. Ahead is a research facility built by Administrator 1. After Administrator 1, Administrator 2 assumed control.
Are you sure about using this on her? It once belonged to your mother.
It's just one of the many things she researched. I'm not precious about it.
Administrator 2 sealed the facility. It has been locked down to this day. Examining. Seal status. Danger. Danger.
It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here.
Things are looking really bad for the Children of Echoes. This might be where I have to say goodbye.
You're a good friend, and you've already done more than I could have asked for. There's just one seal left. She and I can handle it.
An event? Yeah, it's a new event, isn't it? Where is it?
I know.
Now arriving at the...
Dragon, I think that's 8.
What was that? Get over there and check it out.
Uh-oh! They're gonna...
Please come with me.
There's nobody here. Probably just...
Phew! That was too close. We hit just in time. How did you know?
I think I've been this way before. Let's head through here. It'll take us to the other side of the square.
Defensive mode engaged. Ultimatum protocol.
Oh, brilliant!
There is no escape.
This passage is only used for drainage and maintenance access, so it's not registered on the system. It's the perfect route for an ambush.
Wait, I hear voices up ahead.
Hey, this is not what we agreed. This is supposed to be over. My job is done. I did everything you asked. Leaked the clues about the ruins, brought her to Natlan, and your response is to attack me and my family?
What the? Does this mean they planted those Natlanese mechanical parts in nod-krai?
It's a possibility.
It was just a little hiccup, that's all.
The last time you reported in, you mentioned she was mopping up machines near the Flower Feather clan. Remember? It's unfortunate that your wife got injured, truly. But hey, look on the bright side. Now that you've shown...
This time? No. No more. Not after you hurt my family.
I think you'll find the risks were stated quite clearly in your contract.
And your job will be done when you deliver what you promised. Our agreement was that you would bring her...
But...
Did you really expect to get away with shouldering none of the risk yourself? We're writing off your debt to the Northland Bank and letting you get back to your old life in Liyue. That's a lot to ask for nothing in return.
I've been your inside man in Nasha Town for over 10 years now. Is that not enough for you people?
You ungrateful louse. You ran yourself into the ground. Can you name one single way we made life difficult for you in Nasha Town? Look at you. You have just one simple job left to do. And after that, you're...
This is the final hurdle. Our attempts to capture the 11th Lord have been derailed every time. If another staged attack on your family is out of the question, we could still work this out.
Me?
This is a replica control device made with Marionette's technology. After we stole the administrative privileges, it will give you control of any machines built using Secret Source technology. Take it, and use it to capture the 11th.
You seem to have gained the trust of the other variables in this equation. How hard?
And before you think about disappearing...
I can't do it.
I'm sorry. What?
I can't. I won't do it. How could I look my daughter in the eyes and act like...
So you're gunning for the world's best
This is our mistake. We let you have it too easy in Nasha Town.
I think it's time.
Huh? Anefa, Traveler.
The 11th Lord.
Wait, the controller. Without that...
You thought we'd hand over the genuine article.
That's just a beacon used to set the location for this cage. We've been monitoring your movements ever since.
Congratulations, Joshin. Your job is finally done. With you here, it was far easier to infer their location.
You were playing me for a fool this whole time.
Don't waste your energy trying to break out. We've commandeered at least half of the systems in these ruins. All...
No one needs to get hurt today. We aren't looking for a fight. Especially not with Natlands to Miney. All we want is for your friend here, the form.
Further inside?
So it appears. But there's far more of this territory than meets the eye. The dragons possessed vast knowledge, and we've barely scratched the surface. That's where the Sovereign Ruler comes in. If our supposition is accurate,
I will cooperate. Let the traveler.
You never know! These are.
You are only here because of me.
finally, a voice of reason. Gotta hand it to the drag.
How do we know you won't just attack?
Yeah, so settle down and get ready to go hungry for the.
Before I go, they may have left a trail on their way here.
This is all my.
Huh? Who did that?
Impossible! Every system we hacked is set up to hold them back.
Hold tight.
That must lead to the core! It was beneath our feet this whole time? Take this barrier down!
That was a long way down. Traveler, Enefa, are you okay?
No damage to report.
I think I broke a leg.
Hey, you! Thanks for the rescue, but... Oh, and we're back to beep beep again?
That is because I no longer need to communicate via that machine. Down here, I can talk to you directly. When the Fatui put all their resources into keeping you trapped, it gave me a brief window to seize my privileges back. In my haste, I was not able to prioritize your safety.
Don't worry about me. I'll just rest up here.
But the Fatui may follow us down here.
We will be ready for them.
More automatons!
Down here, all is under my control. They are not your enemy, human. They will take you somewhere safe to hide.
Enefa. Traveler. Good luck.
11th Lord. Do you now recall the path you once chose?
Walked away with them. What do you mean, broken leg?
Not yet. Although... I think this is where I was born. But why? This is your territory.
No, 11th Lord. You were not born here. Rather, this is where you were reborn. Human, you once asked who placed the curse on the 11th Lord. The answer...
Myself?
After a long and bitter war, our kind was defeated. You survived, but you are now stranded, with nowhere to belong. Gone was the pride you once had as a member of dragonkind. Gone was the territory once under your dominion. All of... What were you to do? Strike back at humanity and exact your revenge? Or search for a new home, a new place to belong? Your mind was conflicted as this irresolvable question ran endlessly through it. Finally, your mind split into two. One, the sovereign ruler who swore revenge against humanity. The other, a malfunction who longed to seek a new home.
I mean, who knows what happens when a manufactured mind goes mad? Maybe
the sovereign ruler would sooner perish than suffer a downfall. And so she placed the exile's curse upon herself and upon you. Meanwhile, the malfunction struggled through the pain to seek assistance from her former enemies, Lianka and Ishkik. That is why you came here, praying to be reborn.
So you want to leave your past as sovereign ruler behind, to start over anew? Very well. If the form you wish to sever comprises all memories of your enmity, then I'm willing to trust you.
Then... I am the malfunction.
We severed that part of her mind, and securely locked it away. Withering away, she finally perished completely. Thousands of years ago.
So...
Yes. Although the curse she placed upon you yet survives. It is unbreakable. That is why it continues to affect you to this day.
So that's what that thing is. A curse from the sovereign ruler.
So, She was severed and killed off, but...
We sovereign rulers are artificial intelligence built with secret source technology. A fusion of phlogiston and information. In the case of the 11th Lord, the sovereign ruler personality and the malfunction personality split all but completely, even coming to occupy separate physical entities. In human terms, they would almost be considered as separate individuals. But in order to truly sever the connection between the two, and to break the power of the curse for good, you must be rebuilt from scratch with the aid of the source mechanisms located here, just as I was before you. I too was tormented by the pain of the curse, but Leonka severed most of my knowledge and memories, rescuing me from the brink of destruction. It is because her heart is incomplete. Before the rebuilding process was finished, Ishkik met with misfortune, and the Flower Feather clan became more hesitant to act. Leonka sealed these ruins to prevent their discovery by Ochkan, and sent you out of Natlan for your own safety. That is why you are still plagued by memory loss. But I continued to work tirelessly, preparing everything you would need, waiting for the day that Ochkanatlan would fall, and you would return.
Wow! That's a long time. How long ago was Ochkan around again? Hold on. Paimon knows...
For the last 2,000 years. You've been waiting here for me?
Imagine my surprise when the first to arrive was not you, but those whom you call the Fatui. They proceeded to steal my administrative privileges, plunder my territory, and send the automatons into a frenzy. But all is not lost. Leonka made a backup of the administrator privileges and placed it in your core. With that backup, I can control the source mechanisms within the territory and complete the rebuild that she began. And once you are whole again, I can repair the damage done by the Fatui and open a route back to the surface. If you are ready to continue down the path you started all those years ago, then proceed further into the depths where I will be waiting for you.
Whew, that was a lot to take in. Let's see if Paimon can wrap her head around all that. So, basically, there was a bad robot who bugged out and turned into half good bot, half bad bot. Then, bad bot cursed good bot, so whenever good bot thinks about the idea...
Curse. It fits my hypothesis, and it seems to explain all my erratic behavior and cognition.
In that case, shall we keep going like she asked us to?
I believe we should. The Fatui still have control of the upper levels. Their access must be revoked before you can exit the territory. Besides that, I want to know what happens when I'm made whole. Maybe then, I will finally know where I belong.
I'm so sorry. It says in my they're hardly the most... I'm gonna rest here. Oh, and
Okay, 8,500.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Ring cutter! No, my sword!
Barbados! Goodness! Shine down!
body and mind.
Please wait. Confirming. Administrator 1. Deceased. Administrator 2. Deceased. Administrator 3. Identity confirmed. Lifting restrictions.
After 2,000 years, we finally meet again, 11th Lord, Mirror of the Dawning Morn.
And you? You're...
I see the curse haunts you greatly.
I wasn't alone.
In any case, a few moments from now...
Here I am. So I am the way I am because the 11th Lord encountered... If I regain all of my memories, will I not encounter...
Promise me.
It is. But if that is the case...
Don't worry, Inefa. Everything's gonna be fine. You'll be home free in no time.
Over there.
Yes. And yet... Whenever...
As if it is being controlled by somebody else. That is quite...
The sovereign ruler? My other self? But I thought she perished.
After 2 long millennia, my task is finally fulfilled. What a long journey it has been. We meet again at last. My sovereign, my ruler, Mirror of the Dawning Morn.
Do you think Inefa's okay?
Here we are, comrades. The core of the ruins.
Ah! It's the Fatui! They caught up with us! We gotta do something!
Unnecessary.
What the?
Missed by a hair's breadth. But now you are wounded, and this time you will not escape.
Inefa! Why? Then whose voice is that?
Leonka's dragon mother? 8th Lord? And did you really believe that by simply being rebuilt, that traitor could have... The priestess is long gone. I and the other sovereign rulers executed her 2,000 years ago. For that is what becomes of all who betray us. There is no dragon mother here, and there never was. For I am the almighty Dragon Lord, Mirror of the Dawning Morn, 11th of the 13 sovereign rulers. Kneel before me!
You tricked us! It was you talking to us this whole time! You who lured Inefa here, and you who placed the curse on her!
Inefa? What a suitably ridiculous name. To me...
So you want to leave your past as sovereign ruler behind? To start over anew?
I applied the curse to curb her resistance, shut down her mind, and silence her lies. Now all that remains is to borrow your privileges and see that she is severed for good.
Very well. If the malfunction you wish to sever comprises all memories of your enmity, no living thing is born evil. That's not what I believe. The only ones who do evil are those shackled by hatred.
Good and evil? Foolish categories that fail to distinguish between kin and foe. But she is the rotten spawn. I ought to crush this human scum beneath my feet. But without access to the treacherous Eighth Lord's facilities, there is no way to sever you. I must feign civility for now. But in time, I shall have my revenge. Once this process is complete, and she realizes that she has destroyed the good instead of the evil, my claws will tear her heart from her chest.
Do you really trust her, Leon?
You're a good friend, and you've already done more than I could have asked for. There's just one seal left. She and I can handle it. This passage is only used for drainage and maintenance access, so it's not registered on the...
Malfunction? Human? You conspired against me?
Consider this getting off lightly. If Lanke was here, or if this was me 20 years ago, you wouldn't have survived long enough to realize you'd been conned, especially since you tried to con us first.
Wretched worm! This is and you, malfunction! Your curse shall endure until the sky falls and the ground crumbles! You will never know peace for the rest of your days. It is time to correct the injustice of the past. I would have severed and destroyed you on that fateful day, but instead, I was locked away by that human scum, Leonka. 2 millennia I have been a prisoner in this place. I have spent that time slowly seizing control over the systems and processes until my reach extended to every inch of this prison. The final secret key is embedded in your core. I had to work patiently and methodically to lure you here, posing as the Eighth Lord who once ruled this domain. But at last it is within my grasp.
Mirror of the dawning morn, please come with me and return the core.
But all is not lost. Leonka made a backup of the administrator privileges and placed it in your core. Which memory did that human scum embed the key in? I will find it eventually, wherever it's hidden. In the meantime, now that my resurrection has begun, so too shall my vengeance! Wretched malfunction! Do not impede the inevitable!
I cannot let you get away with this.
Ineffa! You fool! In a matter of seconds, I will be able to overwrite your insubordination.
Seconds is all I need.
What? My core!
Ineffa!
Hey, Ineffa! Wake up! She's gonna be okay, right?
She destroyed her own core? That's an unusual move for a machine. I wonder how Marionette will react to this.
The Fatui?
Don't act so surprised. As a reconnaissance mission, so let me reignite your flame one last time. Show us one final glimpse of your glory. No wonder. Marionette told us to watch out for you. She She said you were an unpredictable variable. But if you think you're getting out of here alive, we'll see what a crazed sovereign ruler in the throes of death has to say about that.
You would dare sabotage my revival! Destroy my path back to Dominion! So be it! Since welcome to your new home, where we all shall be buried till the end of time! Oh, my sovereign. This is one battle from which there can be no triumphant return. But in this moment of my downfall, I can at least turn this prison into a graveyard of all traitors, past and present.
After 2,000 years in exile, our path was always going to end in our demise. This shall be the final resting place of the last sovereign ruler.
I am no sovereign ruler. I must...
Illogical. You are not authorized to prevent your self-destruction. No such privilege exists. We are back where we belong. Now, perish in the rubble of these ruins. Last of the sovereign lords.
No. Somewhere in my memories lies the key.
Maybe no single nation is our home.
Where exactly is home to you?
Searching your memories? The curse is still active. This will only hasten your demise.
We're all from nod-krai.
Cross the ocean. Find a new place to belong.
What an amazing machine. Where are you from?
Such a hard worker. Fancy making this your new home?
The wild hunt! Look out!
Impossible. Where is this data from?
From now on, your name's Inappa. Promise me. Remember, you have to come home.
Return.
Data. Overload. Capacity exceeded.
As long as this gem's around, the heart that Ishkik built you should keep beating away. It may take centuries, even millennia, but one day, may your new memories transcend your pain and rage to conquer the curse that shackles you.
What kind of gem is it?
Nothing special, really. To quote my mother, it's nothing but an empty shell now. But if you break free of the curse, then maybe...
Huh?
Nothing. An interesting idea suddenly occurred to me. Let's make this the final secret key.
The final secret key is...
Impossible!
cannot pause indefinitely. Please complete the battle promptly.
Since the core is powered by phlogiston, we can use that same power source to control it. In which case, the priestess's research would suggest that this thing might be a better fit.
A moon wheel? That was built by the usurper. It cannot be.
Farewell, last of the Sovereign Lords.
Inefa!
Suggestion. Exit first, discuss later. The self-destruct protocol is destroying the foundations of this territory, and although I paused the process, it will not hold much longer. Calculating.
30 minutes?
29.
Hey, are you guys all right? The automaton suddenly stopped moving. Then there was that...
Estimated time to Foundation...
Huh?
A place to belong. I too once yearned for it.
Shilonen, how much longer till it's unlocked?
Be patient, okay?
Let's trust that the Traveler can handle things in there. Shilonen says she detected a huge energy source on... But... if we're here much longer without any progress...
Oh!
You unlocked...
No, they made it out on their own.
Whew. We find... You alright there, bro?
Another triumphant return for R2 Miney. And an...
Yes.
Huh? Amu? I thought you hurt your leg. How come? Oh.
You! How could you do... Before anything else, I suggest we let this gem...
Sovereign rulers. Mirror...
Seems like a howl's forgotten quite a lot.
So you began life in Natlan, then spent 2,000 years adrift in nod-krai?
But it sounds like it took all 2,000 years worth of memories to successfully overload the processing power of the curse.
None of us had any certainty that the plan would succeed in the far future. Not I, not Ishkik, not Lianka. And yet, they still did everything they could to try and help me.
Now you've remembered everything.
Well, I was born and then reborn in Natlan. And it was the people I can't seek for a sense of belonging in a world that no longer exists. Instead, I will show my gratitude to them by honoring their wishes.
Well said.
So, to cut to the chase, did you find the
Oh, shoot!
Sincere apologies. I left the cryptex back at the Flower Feather Clan to make sure that I wouldn't lose it out in the...
I'm so sorry that I kept it. The Northland Bank isn't gonna let me walk away from this.
Oh, should I now? You think I'm the one that's gonna let you walk away, do you? Idiot!
Looks like you all need some time to calm down after everything you've been through. If you're... We welcome everyone. From old friends to old enemies turned new friends. Don't worry about a thing. Go and find where you belong.
I think... Here it is. The cryptex.
So then, what's the code? Or what about that backup?
Please see the casing that holds the combination code discs. The sender had me etch the code onto the casing so that I would not forget it.
Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Yes. The sender said, the most secure code...
Who is this person?
The sender said, surprises are best saved to the end.
Okay, now your memory's getting a little too good. What's with the firecracker?
Dear Honorary Knight, I've heard a lot about you. Jean's always singing your praises. Anyway, I'm sure this is as dull to read as it is to write. Let's talk more over a glass of wine sometime. See you in nod-krai. Varka.
I know. Present.
Yeah, 40 days. Probably fine. Assuming that's a bathrobe. Yeah, maybe Flynn is releasing soon then. Is that Flynn? It's Flynn, isn't it? Oh, I can't remember.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. That's 5, 3, 6, 114. Alright, artifacts. Right, let's see. Alright. 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 Good. Oh, great. Oh, great. Oh, god, awful. Awful, 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 awful. Awesome. Jesus Christ, he's all. Not exactly got. You can use it. Yeah, that's pretty worthless. They're also, like, all gonna be. That's like really good. Damn it. That might want to get far, actually. That's just gonna go in here. Bum, bada, bum, 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 bum. God, this is gonna be really dull on YouTube, isn't it? Yeah, well.
That is perfectly all right. My data indicates clear skies in the coming days. Current conditions for maritime travel, optimal. I'll be ready whenever you are.
But are we really gonna set off without telling anyone again? Funny you mention.
Hey! You didn't seriously think we'd let you...
Yeah, come on, Traveler. And most importantly, how dare you try and slip away!
A little bird told us you'd soon be leaving for nod-krai. So, we asked Paimon to give us a heads up before the date of your departure.
You sure it's not time to think about changing that little habit of ours?
Don't worry, we won't keep you long. Besides, everyone's there.
You're invited too, Anefa. Shilonen has a special gift for you.
Accompaniment request accepted. Shilonen demonstrates excellent massage technique. My impression of her is exceedingly positive.
Wait, so robots like massage?
All right, enough with the chit.
Spit it out then.
They've set off.
Just as my calculations projected. About time I met this variable in person. You know, every time we head to a new nation, there's always a point where it's suddenly done. This time, it was the moment she realized she just polished off the very last of her Saurus crackers. Should have stocked up better at the farewell party.
In other words, Paimon has marked the geographic coordinates from 2 minutes and 40 seconds ago as the boundary between Natlan and nod-krai. This deviates somewhat from the official coordinates stored in my database.
Paimon meant more in terms of how it felt on a psychological level. Anyway, what about you, Traveler? When did it really sink in? That actually kind of makes sense. What about you, Anefa? Come to think of it, maybe we should be asking the other way around. So, when you came over to Natlan...
In that case, probably when my sensors could no longer detect the moon's power.
The moon? You mean that one we can all see in the sky?
Negative. I was referring to...
Oh, what?
Paimon, Traveler, welcome to nod-krai.
That must be Nasha Town up ahead! That's the place you were telling us about on the way over, right?
That is correct, Paimon. It is also the most bustling commercial hub in all of nod-krai.
Oh, sounds like the perfect place to start trying out all the local specialties. Huh? Is something up, Travel?
Paimon, this is where our spaceship landed when Lumine and I first arrived in Tavad.
Huh? Are you sure? But how come you've never mentioned that before? Seems pretty important to Paimon.
Oh, well, because those memories are really hazy. All I remember is Lumine waking me up and us leaving the ship. But just now, setting foot on this land.
Are you referring to Kuvaki?
What now?
The locals refer to it as Kuvaki. It is a unique elemental force found only in nod-krai, or rather, a pure, primordial form of elemental energy. That is correct. Another similar concept I have found in my database is the primordial sea. Legend has it that long, long ago, the moon that shines in the sky above us once rose from the land of nod-krai. Modern geological surveys and meteorite studies conducted in the region have since supported this claim.
So, when you mentioned being able to detect the moon's power earlier, you were referring to Kuvaki? Wait, Traveler, you're saying we might actually find your...
Nod-krai is surrounded by the ocean. In other words, it could have been any... negative. Description still lack...
Hey, it's okay if you can't let's just do what we've always done. And keep
I'd be more than happy to help you out as well.
Our pleasure. Anyway, just knowing...
Like we've crossed another... boundary?
Paimon couldn't have put it better Well, nod-krai?
Take them. I have no need.
It just occurred to Paimon. If we were
The guild is located in Nasha Town.
Huh? Wouldn't it looks kinda like a...
That is a kuhenki, a species unique to the land of nod-krai.
A kuhenki?
Indeed it does. According to the Frost Moon Scions, the indigenous inhabitants of this land, the kuhenki...
The moon goddess? Don't all people here worship the Tsaritsa?
Although nod-krai lies on Snezhnaya's border regions, the people here have held their own unique beliefs since time immemorial. As I mentioned, everything in this land shares a deep connection with the moon and the sky above. The beliefs of the Frost Moon Scions seem to date back to the civilization of the angels. According to the documents in my database, even the 7 archons did not exist at that time.
Wow! So the origin of their beliefs goes back even further than the Archon War?
Correct. At some point, you may come across some statues of their goddess.
Hey! Looks like she's floating away!
I suggest you follow her. The probability of an ordinary person encountering a kuhenki lies in the single digits. Many here consider them heralds of good fortune.
Is this a travel guide?
Nope, it's
Are there any particular points of interest?
Oh, it all looks pretty.
Recalibrating route. If we keep following the current path, we will arrive at an...
Yikes! Why is Paimon suddenly getting the feeling that...
Which aspects in particular?
Well, Paimon keeps hearing people describe nod-krai as an...
According to legend, there was indeed an era of peace in nod-krai's path. Tales of those ancient heroes are still told today. This individual performed many good deeds for nod-krai. The present-day Lightkeeper's nightly lantern patrols are, in part, a tribute to their memory. But then,
what?
There came a devastating abyssal calamity that swept across, not heartbroken by what had become of the land they had so cherished. That Fae extinguished their light, just as the abyss had extinguished all hope. Nowadays, the Paradise people speak of. Today, no official authority governs nod-krai. In theory, at least, it is somewhere a person can do whatever they wish and become whoever they want to be. The Adventurers Guild is just over there, in Nasha Town's central plaza, and the flagship tavern is over that way.
Hey, what's that building over?
That is Aino's Boom and Blast Kuvaki energy cannon. It gets activated when the wild hunt threat level outside Nasha Town reaches a certain threshold. But according to the scan I just ran, the energy cannon appears...
The wild hunt? Isn't that the abyssal calamity you mentioned that's specific to...
It is a phenomenon that has been occurring for several centuries now. Yet the time and location of wild hunt attacks are seemingly random. At first, it was more of an old wives' tale that adults used to scare children. If you don't start behaving, kid, some night, the wild hunt's gonna come for you. Listen, do you hear that? That weeping in the fog? Those are the cries of a young woman being dragged away. I have not witnessed enough wild hunt attacks but the oldest legends say that all people saw was the ghostly shadow of a woman in the mist. It wasn't until later that it became a full-blown calamity. Abyssal monsters and all.
When you put it like that, Paimon's really gotta hand it to Aino. Not only did she repair you, but she's even built a giant cannon to keep the wild hunt at bay.
Absolutely. Aino is very impressive indeed. Anyway, according to my schedule, it is time I...
Oh, sure. After all, we shouldn't keep Varka waiting. Well, Paimon's not sure if he'll act... You're right about that. Wow! This place is buzzing with activity! Huh. Isn't this the Adventurers Guild? Why isn't anyone here? Does that mean that Catherine and nod-krai actually gets to clock out? Anyway, let's come back later.
Shrine of Depths key.
But a momentary distraction.
This very light clay.
Here we are, the flagship.
Varka told us to meet him here.
No matches, I identified.
Huh. So he isn't here. Hey, why don't we go ask sooner. If what they say.
Huh? Well, well. If it isn't the ineffable Inefa.
Hello there, Demyon.
You know each other?
Of course. Inefa's a regular here.
So, robot?
Not at all. The energy conversion efficiency of alcoholic drinks is very low, and most of them are full of impurities. Still, I can...
Funny that you should mention that. While you were away in Natlan, Varka would come in here...
Aww. He must have been worried sick that she...
Actually, it's 'cause Varka found out that Aino went wild after Inefa left, gorging herself on snacks she normally couldn't get her hands on. So it was more worry that she wasn't getting a balanced diet. I think I might have just put my foot in it. Anyway, since you're back from Nat...
Yep, that's so... From the sounds of it...
Varka? Goes without saying. After all, he's the only one around here who's ever managed to stay standing after 10 rounds of the roulette special.
Paimon can't believe he's made such a name for himself. Though, guess it's hardly surprising how.
Right now? Must be somewhere near Anvantinyarvi. That's quite far from here.
Huh? Where's that?
It's a lake in the northern part of nod-krai. Word reached him of trouble brewing around those parts, so he took his knights to check it out.
Oh. So, we missed him?
Varka knew you'd say that. So he specifically told me to make sure you stayed here and enjoyed yourselves. He sends his assurances that everything's under control.
Well, if he's that confident, guess our only option is to accept.
Exactly. Plus, not only has he booked...
Whoa! It's so generous of him!
Oh, and by the way, he also asked me to serve up a portion of...
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Traveler, Paimon, why don't you go ahead and drop off your luggage?
Sure thing. Besides, now that we've got ourselves a map, once we're done unpacking, we might as well go for a stroll ourselves.
Oh.
No worries, we should be fine. We've got a rough idea of our way around town, so Paimon's reasonably confident we shouldn't get too lost.
Thank you. This translates into an approximate time saving of 30%, meaning I will be able to see Aino about 45 minutes earlier than previously projected.
Oh, right. Human...
Alright, stream here and just...